They don't have no idea what migrant workers are. They don't know the sacrifice we do, that we leave our family back for half of the year. There's a lot of, information about migrant workers that they don't appreciate us, a lot of things like, oh, they're just here to do this work. Oh, they're not gonna be here long enough, so it's not worth it, get this service for them. Pretty soon they'll go back. So what's the point of doing this? There's a lot of information wrong on that.
I was starting with the premise that many people talk about the hands that feed us. It's a common phrase that people use. It has always been really bothersome because when you only talk about the hands that feed us, it's not valuing the people who are behind the work. As someone who comes from a migrant farm worker family and someone who's litigated cases on behalf of farm worker women for many years, I feel that we are only asked about the tragedies. I think in order to honor our community to the best of our ability, we need to talk about the joy, and we need to make sure that our community understands that we should also have the freedom to dream and that we should also have the opportunity to celebrate.
The most baffling thing is that at the age of 12 years old, you're allowed to already work in the fields in this country, the United States of America, without any protection. People don't know that these people pay into our system. The only difference is that they do not get any of the benefits. They don't get Social Security, they don't get Medicare, Medicaid.
Even though these workers were called essential by the federal government through the pandemic, and thousands of them have died because of the pandemic and because of contracting COVID, there's still not been meaningful change for them. And so we need people to understand that it isn't equal for everyone in our country. And there are people who have a lot on the line, and that they are putting themselves on the line for us every single day. And we need to show up for them. The basics are many of these community members who we're talking about, they have been purposefully made invisible in our society. So one of the very basic things that we can each do is we can say hello to people when we're eating at restaurants. We can ask their name. We can ask how they're doing. The next thing is we need to talk to people about what we're talking about. We have to educate our own circle of family and friends about this project. And then in terms of a policy, it is the moment. We're talking about the Build Back Better bill. There are many immigrant community members who could stand to benefit through the Build Back Better bill. 7 to 8 million of them could receive temporary immigrant protections through the bill. We need that to stay in, because we cannot have a situation in which we have immigrant community members who have no power to really change their circumstances because the law isn't working for them. And I think that until we revisit the slate of bills that have never included these workers, we're talking about bills that were passed not just 80 years ago, even the federal anti-discrimination law that we have in this country doesn't cover most of the workers that we're talking about. Until we revisit those bills and amend those laws, then we're never going to really do right by these workers.
This is the time for all of us to come together and to really understand the gravity of what is ahead if something were to happen. So we need to make it right, and the time is now.
We need to make sure that our political leaders understand that we're not okay eating at the cost of someone else's well-being.
They don't have no idea what migrant workers are. They don't know the sacrifice we do, that we leave our family back for half of the year. So they need to know, and with this exhibit, so they can know about us that we do exist. I'm proud to do what I do because it's an honest job.